Hey everybody, it's Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich here. We've got a tropical depression forming off the South Carolina-Georgia coast. The good news is it's not going to amount to a whole lot, and it's probably not going to have an impact on 4th of July weekend because it's happening today, not next weekend. So we'll talk about both because I know a lot of folks worried about next weekend and talking about this tropical entity. Let me show you here a very well-defined low-level circulation, but one of the things you notice here is all the thunderstorms are on the west side, nowhere near the center of circulation. That's problematic for tropical systems. You need to get thunderstorms near the middle. Now, Hurricane Center is going to upgrade this to a tropical depression number 4. It's likely not going to make it much farther than that because you could see it's running out of time. It's going to be moving inland to the Georgia, South Carolina coast, probably in the matter of 6 hours or so as it makes landfall. So you can see here's a wider view with the radar on it. All the storms are between Savannah, Brunswick, and down towards Jacksonville. There are some scattered showers up to the north towards Myrtle Beach, heading into areas of southeastern North Carolina from Jacksonville. So you're noticing on the coast, especially north of where the big storms are down here, some pretty strong onshore winds, some passing squalls, probably some pretty good waves and rip currents today. That's the main impact from this. This is not going to get all that strong as we go into the afternoon. In fact, I'm going to show you real quickly here the forecast here as this thing moves inland, and we can show you how this is going to evolve today. So let me pop up the future cast here. We'll go into the future 48 hours, and I'll stop it right here. We'll let it go. Let me back it up, and I can show you how this moves inland. And most of the thunderstorm activity stays down here in Georgia, South Carolina, but I do anticipate we'll probably have some flash flooding under some of these heavier storms, especially near Savannah, southern Georgia into South Carolina. But for the most part, this will have very little impact beyond the next 6 hours or so. By tomorrow morning, this thing's up into northern Georgia. Might be some lingering storms in the upstate of South Carolina, and then it moves up towards the north and east and kind of just gets absorbed by a trough. And then we get into a more typical summer pattern here. What's going to be happening for us, high pressure here, the Bermuda High, is going to keep feeding in this hot, humid air, and we're going to see pop up afternoon storms. So real quickly, here's a beautiful look at that, swirl there. But let me show you the tracks of the forecast guidance. Everything's in line, pretty much uniform agreement here where this thing is going to go. And intensity wise, never really gets to tropical storm force. So it looks like this is about all it's going to be able to do over the next 24 hours. But a lot of folks worry about 4th of July weekend. So let's take a sneak peek ahead to next weekend. All right, we've got a big holiday weekend coming up next weekend. So folks, why don't we worry? So here's today. We'll start today. This is 11 a.m. today. Notice our tropical system long gone. This will have zero impact on next weekend. So don't worry about this tropical depression. What we need to worry about really for next weekend is this cold front in the Midwest that's kind of been just slowly moving across the Midwest. It makes its way down towards the southeast by Friday, into Saturday. It starts to creep into the Carolinas. I'm going to stop this, Friday with the cold front somewhere in here in the afternoon. So it looks like there's a cold front here. Now, the cold front, the thing about cold fronts this time of year, they don't produce rain 24/7. It's in the heating of the day. So you're looking at an increased afternoon thunderstorm risk on Friday, probably a pretty wet day. Saturday will be interesting because that front is still draped across the area. So during the heating of the day, notice, in the morning, the storms, this is probably overdone, to be honest with you. Going into the afternoon, you see an uptick in activity. So this is Saturday afternoon. Again, this is, it looks more pessimistic than it probably is, but I would count on afternoon and evening storms being a pretty good possibility on Saturday and Sunday. Now, Sunday, we'll go into the 4th. You could see same thing, afternoon pop-up storms that dissipate into the evening. So the thing to remember is we're still 6 days out from the 4th. So this front could be here, could be here, could be up here. It just depends on where this sets up. Rain chances that far into advance are kind of always difficult, but it does look like we're going to have the increased chance of afternoon and evening storms this upcoming weekend. So if you have any outdoor plans, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for 4th of July weekend, just be ready in that normal time frame, 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock afternoon, early evening. We're probably going to have some pop-up storms. Of course, I will post updates throughout the next couple of days as we get closer. And of course, we'll give you updates on what is going to be Tropical Depression number 4 and its forecast track into South Carolina and Georgia throughout the day today.